Hello everyone, welcome back to Mo Grey Ace Attorney Chronicles. How is everyone? I hope you all are doing well today. The starring soon screen is done by Breedy. Check them out, link in description below. And then, Dr. Stone ended today. Dr. Stone will return next year in 2026. I think it's the final part of the final season, if I'm not mistaken. I think a lot of these shows have taken after the COVID method of going, oh, season 3, part 2. A bit too. I wish we just call it a new season, though. I'm nitpicking about what things are called, but, like, I just think it's like, oh, it's season 2, part 1, or part 2. It's silly to me. I feel like it's silly. But whatever. Whatever, that's a nitpick, but again, I hope you all are doing well today. Well, let's jump into it. That did not sound good. Or maybe, hold on. No, that sounds correct. Okay, I thought audio might have been funky there for a second, but it sounds correct to my ears. So you say that while the weapon remains in the body, there's Vela bling. Is that unequivocal? Look, there's no blood on the experimental stage, even though that's where the fellow was stabbed. One explanation for that is if the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding. It's common medical knowledge, my lone friend, even on your side of the world. Yes, but about the screwdriver. The thing is, we actually saw the scene ourselves on the experimental stage. What? It was on the floor of the wreckage of a machine, poking through a metal grate. When I went to pick it up, but the detective here stopped me. And if I were, I expected Gregerson. Oh, well, now that you come to mention it, yes. Inspector, are we trying to say that you permitted the defense counsel to investigate? That you contracted the special disciplinary for Scientific Equipment Act? No, I wouldn't do that. I just looked, nothing more. I was very clear he wasn't to touch a thing. Yes, that's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it should have been, It should have been in the body. What are you getting at? If this two had still been the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by the machine, then it should have been still on the stage. Ah! That's right, it should have been beamed across to Crystal Town along with Mr. Assman. And been found still lodged in the victim's chest. Ah! Order! How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't. At least he's honest. It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed. If a screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinesis occurred, obviously, it should have been beamed to the destination as well. This is a strange situation. Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinesis is a scientific improbability, there's still basic arguments on the assumption that it actually did take place. Alright, time to tie the screws here. Let's give a screwdriver evidence, you know. My lord! If the prosecutor is unable to explain this inconsistency in this argument, then we can only conclude the testimony given in support cannot be relied upon. Movement seeks a stump. Who? Oh, I think that's our client. But it's a very high-pitched screech. But I guess... Oh, I guess that was kind of gremlin energy a bit. Do you have anything to say, witness? Yes, I knew it. It bails out, but creation's hold. Mr. Nutterhold, don't worry. About what? Without delving into details, there is no inconsistency. What? Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Assman's trust, my trusty two won't move. With Andrew remaining on the stage is consistent with my calculations. What? You gotta explain that a bit more, please. And the man loves his science. I like you. Yeah, just throw the ball. It seems your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accuser's exposition of what happened. Yeah? I try to say this brilliant science. Yeah, I'm sure you would call him that. Just what I found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. Scientists. Never working with one again. Very well, the defendant will testify again. Prove us with a scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency and scope of defense fails to hold. In the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. Well, because, you know, Apollo Justice. Well, it isn't born yet, but, you know, we gotta hold to him. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering my data and my research. My hypothesis states that the Kinesis cannot transport metal. Although, hence why the metal weapon will stay put. Now, his opponent just waits for Mr. Naruto isn't inconsistent at all. Mr. Aspen was a patient of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together. So, the force of your testimony, Professor, is based on his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by the method of instantaneous kinesis. In other words, since the screwdriver is made out of metal, even if it remains large at the victim's chest, it would subsequently be discovered on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere. It's not an inconsistency. But was he in a cage? Like a metal cage? Oh no, it's one. It looks one. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Well, he has like glasses. Wouldn't that be metal? And therefore, Professor Albert Hellboy can still be the killer. My great hypothesis holds. Yeah, you see, we had to make the cage used to contain the subject from wood for that very reason. Was not just a you witness. Professor Hellboy. Yes? Who saw you on here? I don't take sides, Mr. Naruto. No. My own interest lies in upon my hypothesis. I'm a scientist after all. Is he working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell. Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my niece friend. Yes, fire away, Mr. Naruto. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
Objection.
Yeah, but that's an easy one. Professor Hellboy, you see that according to your hypothesis. No matter can be beamed by instantaneous kinesis using the machine you made. Is that right? Yes, that's right, Spawn. Exactly correct. In that case, I asked you to have a look at this photograph that was taken in the scene. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. You could clearly see that Mr. Assman is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim. What metal? No! Metal can't. That's not. Metal? No! We've already established that the proposed metal weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicted that outcome, then it should have also predicted that the metal rim spectacles would be found in the same place. My hypothesis! My hypothesis! Professor Hellboy, this isn't easy for me to say, but your hypothesis is clearly flawed. Ah! Oh no! Counselor, what's the implication of this? If I'm dead, question, but alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place. Then it's highly possible the victim was killed someone other than on stage. And in that case, someone other than the defendant could be the culprit. But my hypothesis is sound! I proved that day. The experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my hard work. I could say something here. In my capacity as a fellow of a world society. Yes, you're number 4. Go on ahead. A man's size is one thing I simply cannot abide. As a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science. What? Wait, Great Scott! Oh, okay, I say, okay, Doc Brown. Are you suggesting my, science is suspect? It's just been disproven, hasn't it? In front of all of us. No, the whole demonstration was a complete nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow Joes, when I tell you that this man is a heel, a boundary, a fraud! This man is a big fat phony! I said the language of the machine should be stripped down and fully examined. No! Never! The machine is the essence of my entire hypothesis. It's protected by the Special Dispensary for Scientific Equipment Act. What the devil is that blessed act all about, eh? Who made up such a draft rule? I don't like the way this seems to be going. Which is the way we said to be going. What's the best way for me to help the professor? Objection. Professor Hilbert has yet to perfect his invention. Though it seemed to be the case, yes. But even so what? Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display in public. He would have absolutely no reason to do such a thing. Yeah, obvious reason to do exactly that. For grant money. For the research grant money, exactly. It's all about the money. Ah! If the government was foolish enough to deem the man's ridiculous notion possible, then he and his conspirators will receive a handsome sum indeed. Conspirators? What would be the value of such a grant? £10? You're an... That's a lot of fucking money. Oh! You could live handsome on that much for years. The society knows an increase in bogus public demonstrations in the field of science recently. And private scientists arguing with each other to give the largest slice of funding cake. People squeeze planet mauve enough for murder, I show you. No, I haven't deceived anyone. Least of all the government, but the government would deceive you. My hypothesis is sound. The science is sound. Please, you must believe me. No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains the victim was transported instantaneously to Crystal Tower. Which means that the experiment was a success on some front. Ah! Fuck! Therefore, the one person who could possibly commit this murder is the accused. Ah, fuck. Where does this hang? I have no idea. This is not the fun of the Ace Attorney trial. You just don't know where you hang off to. My lord, if I may. Yes, London Zeeks. The prosecutor would like to summon new witnesses to the stand. New witnesses? What would be the nature of their involvement? They were spectators of a demonstration of an exhibition who were occupying special seats. Eyewitnesses? Very well. The code grants the prosecution's request. I shall very much like to hear from eyewitnesses to the incident. The prosecution's stance is clear. The experiment was no post-shade. The accused killed the finance the victim there on the public stage before the eyes of the spectators. Now, my lone friend. Oh, yes? It's time for you to make your own sense clear. There's a clear form of a professor's hypothesis. I could definitely see that. But where does that leave me? Oh, we gotta figure that out for sure. Well, we should take a short recess. During which time the prosecutor will prepare as new witnesses to take the stand. As you wish, my lord. Good, in that case, code showed for 20 minutes. Got to be. Oh, I really feel like that was not a long day in trial at all. I always say, what am I doing? I don't even know. No one knows. Mr. Naruto. What over are you playing at just now? Oh well. What over are you playing at all along? My hypothesis, my amazing hypothesis. You've been picking holes in it from the start. Sorry about that. But you promised me. You said you proved that Drat's fortune was an accident, not more. You said you keep my precious adventure from falling into anyone else's hand. But you don't. All you done so far is trying to undermine me. Man kills more about his adventure than getting off. Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also tell you I was no scientist. I do not understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, Isabel. But if I just run through some equations, yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Oh. Oh no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. I have no right to blame you for my fails. It's a disaster, not just as a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. Well, we're on the subject. What about Bach? He's being awful. Claiming his own universally referring to be a murderer, you mean? He's a disaster, not just a prosecutor, but as a human being. Oh no, but wait, he's the Weeper, isn't he? Yeah, Weeper's gonna weep. Perhaps he's not classified as a Homo sapiens, and oh, that might be a bit far. Can I double check something with you? Yes. What? Oh, what? The machine demonstration you prepared for entirely based on your hypothesis, I presume. But there's no trickery involved. I drew plans for the machine with my very own hands. What are you getting at now? Every line was painstakingly drawn from firm belief of science's following future. So yes, it's true. My hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet. But please, Mr. Naruto, you must believe in it. Oh, Professor, I understand. Counsel, defend it. The prosecution's witnesses are waiting to take the stand. Court's about to be in session again. Make your way into the courtroom, please. All hinges on that demonstration. If a professor's hypothesis is science, he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could have killed the victim. But on the other hand, as Mr. Jones was adamant, A practical implementation, such as attempted by Professor of Grade Examination, is quite impossible. So Willie, what should I be trying to prove here? Boom, boom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsel for defense and prosecution, are you waiting for the new witnesses to testify? The prosecution is waiting, my lord. As is the defense, my lord. So, Lumber Zeeks, I believe the new witnesses saw the demonstration of the damn question with their own eyes. Or there would be terrible witnesses of it. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. So the testimony we're about to hear could be considered highly reliable, perfect, a detective of all people. I mean, we know how that goes. For prosecution stance remains unchanged. For an end interested, the demonstration of the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, but so person with opportunity to have committed this act of murder is for only an individual present on the stage of time the accused. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution's position is very clear. So bring forth your witnesses now. Well, show the witnesses then. Witnesses whose proximity to the incident of the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally. Which one is the detective? Oh, Val. Witnesses, state your name and occupation for Cotillo. When it's bizarre low, no, I did not say that name right. But Balthazar low. I'm a presser of all hot air balloons in the vicinity of a experimental stage. Oh, I am gonna struggle with this for life here. I apologize. Meet name is Will Ruth Sigsamon Olmstein. I've come to see the great exhibit all the way from my homeland in Birmingham. Oh, we just saw exchange of goods. I'm very rich. You gotta mention that. If you don't mention it, how will people know? Inspector Gino Lancaster, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Horlock Sholmes agrees. I was on security during the examination, and I got up on one of them hot balloons. It was amazing. Gina, again. But she did mention that she did see the disaster from up in the balloon factory, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it. There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when events that occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at a time. And saw events unfold from the skies above. Makes it sound like they were in the clouds. It's only add to circa 60 feet very low. Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can you? 60 feet, about 18 meters then. Thank you for your introductions. Now you will give your full testimony for the court. Kindly describe what exactly you witnessed, especially those who are advantaged point above the stage. It was a terrible, it was an terrible. I'm only grateful my balloons were not damaged. There's a huge bang from the stage, and the next second another bang in the skies besides us. And from the smoke, a cage peeled out of nowhere. The cage fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into Crystal Tower. I did get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after the crash into the tower. It was extraordinary collective account, I must say. And they're all on the same page about cage crashing into Crystal Tower. Can I just clarify something? There's a detailed witness's testimony that I have not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, there were 2 explosions. More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places. Yes. Ooh, double explosion. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There was another balloon in the air nearby at the time carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. And the so-called bird cage containing the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witness. They plummet. Cool. The bird cage appeared on the side of the explosion, subsequently plummeted into Crystal Tower. I was very surprised. Suddenly, the cage appeared before my eyes, a person inside. The blast was so hot, but I didn't that to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide. This kid does have a lot of disposable income. I still have lots of money. Precisely, this is curious infant. I'm told he's a young number of Birmingham royalty. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the Great Exposition. Ja! I'm here in London on the sightseeing trip with my elementary school. We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony. Do we really need that? Do we though? Yeah, exactly. I'm with Mr. Notto. Then I remove my mask. This is what I look like. Oh yes, I see. Delightful face, I'm sure. Ja! Everyone says so. Great disguise then. The point is, the testimony of these witnesses first and centuries the facts for the code. Namely, but despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that into the arrival of police, no one approached the Crystal Tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Assman on the stage, could have possibly committed the murder. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's views on the matter are quite clear. So, defense... Sorry if you have dogs barking. Cross-examination now, please. Yes, my lord. There were 3 balloons flying above the experimentation stage at the time, I understand. See, all 3 of them. My Bella Miss May Bambonine. They're very popular, you know. Some people would pay £10 for one ride. £10? Some of them are annual stipend. 20 £20 a month. That's my public money. Words have all the luck. All the money. I got a bill for free, didn't I? I paid for I work for a Massachusetts police card, you know. Checkers have all the luck. Oh, that's just a piece of power. If it's so popular, why would we be operating such a small amount of balloons, though? Because if I had too many in the skies, they could crash into each other. The operators of balloons would decide by lots, with each operator maintaining a particular area. See, in the zone above a public The experimentation stage is the most profitable. I mean, that makes sense. For imposters, they hate me. Thank you, witness. I think the code has a clear picture of arrangements for the blue ones of exhibition. Perhaps we can hear more about what you actually witnessed of the incident. Why? I can fit you in there, my lord. So you actually saw the incident happen from above there. Yep. And amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Otto. Being a lure is a mug's game. You can join forces and we can go flying together. For flying police foes. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway. Can you tell us exactly what you saw do you think? Yeah, we saw everything because we were all above it. Badachi climbing down the cage ain't Badachi Professor pulling all of them levels. And that's what happened. That's when the massive bang and the cage just appeared just like that. Describing the moment the subject's body was decompressed by electricity, I believe. I don't know what I make of it, but then there was another bang. What am I you? I look around and there was a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky. And there's nothing there before.
Excuse me.
Master Gods, do you have memory of the day differ? Me, teacher of elementary school, says that when you meet someone for the very first time, you should always use the full name. Yes, what was it again? William Gottfried Sixamon Omenstein. Just for full names then. For opponents, do you have something to say? Something to add to response to Detective Gina's Lannister's last remark? Oh, get right, Autumn! Suspected Lannister. Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment? You can never win. As the Ace Attorney defense attorney. So that's not what I saw. Oh. Ja! There was a second explosion, and it was right beside a balloon. That's true. But I'm sure. Which is why I said, ain't it? 1 minute there was nothing, and then the next one, massive explosion. My teacher at elementary school says that when someone else is speaking, you're rude enough to interrupt. You will have the most awful life imaginable. Aubrey is brought to be so full of joy. Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I quickly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky. A green balloon? No, you what? Never saw nothing like that. Well, I did. I saw it. Can't say I did. I would complain to the council. I would cry and scream. My testimony's the truth. I'm a Bavarian prince. You can't say it's a lie. That's not allowed. Playing for bleeding royal card, aren't you? Typical. Says for often he likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's Police. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interest of natural relationships between Great Britain and Burma. Don't know if I'm supposed to present a cloth or not. A green balloon, you say. Are you sure about that? Cause I'm chill. I'm a proud Bermudian prince. The questions are making me boring. I think you mean bold. English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior. Waxona is a very long to lie. I mean, English is difficult. Lie? Fly balloon never explode. For the same reason the planets never explode. It is logical. Please tell me what that doesn't mean logical. If you saw me, you saw all Bohemia. Might die. I have the army come and shoot all of you stupid balloons out of the sky. All of them! God. You know what? I imagine him rolling up in the tank. I'm not sure if tanks technically invented yet or not. But I imagine him like rolling up in the tank. And you know, he gets like a sword made out of like balloons, a balloon sword. He goes like, fire balloons! And just... Here you are, your highness. Only on internet incidents with threats of violence. Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in Bacoum, perhaps we can return to testimony. Do you see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Loon? No, I did not see the explosion myself, however.
Objection.
No. Okay. I got that wrong.
Hold it.
Do you see that actually happen? Oh no, in reality I did not. I saw it after it hit the town. There's a grand confusion around the stage. I went to see what had happened. I was terrorized by the idea that one of my balloons had crashed. I suppose about his livelihood. I mean, yeah, that would suck if one of them crashed. But when I look up in the sky, all my precious balloons were still there. So I saw him slam into the town. After all, I'm a detective now. That means I saw everything. Everything I say is the truth. Then tell us what you saw, Inspector Landstrade. Now that's what I like to hear. I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the town. Oh, I meant to press it.
Hold it.
Was it you who gave vote to keep people away? Use your head, Aldo. How would it be me? I was up in a balloon, wasn't I? Okay, that's wrong. Wait. So, cause I wasn't available, it was the boss who had to let it over there. And he was getting all traffic kicked all over by panicking specters as he tried to seal off the area. It's a real sight to behold, I can tell you. Amazing. Watch it off safely of your balloon. Poor Inspector Gregerson. So anyways, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. And I didn't want to see it, to be honest. I was scared of my wits. Keep it together, Inspector. Okay, no, but does not prove anything. Won't prove anything. What's this? How I activate this thing? What is this? It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun. Well, far as a crossbow. I think this is probably used for the same thing too. Okay. I'm definitely not getting down. I'm looking up. I'm seeing. I don't get what it wants me to do. Do. Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Objection.
Mr. Loon, in your testimony, you say that all three of your balloons have been operating at the time while on damage. I'm just gonna save it, move over to Master Duel at this point. It is time. Oh yeah, they did update this. I need to buy this. For you all, gems. Now that I'm like showing like you all stuff. Oh, like crafting. Cool. Hopefully just win this. Make it easier. Okay. See what we're playing. Once, yeah, baby. Okay. Callback actually makes me feel a little more comfortable. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, I take it. I definitely take it. So give me the gems. Give me the money. Oh yeah, I think I lost too many times in a row. I feel like I was struggling last stream a bit. Maybe that's in my imagination mind, what? And I'm going folks. I'm gonna get. Oh, okay. I did not get out. For some, I'm about to get out. So hold on. No, I don't. No, I want to know. Activate. Fire bench. A flame benching. Car. No, let me add you. Detach. Why is your cross? Yay, I got for fun back. Do drive. I'll probably hit that way. So do not. Honestly, for next turn. Actually, no, I can still go. My guy's actually going to define this game right now. The fact I can still just go. Light Dragon. Yeah, let's shut down Eclipse. Shit. I'm not trying to extra mouse. For very low. I feel like my Ash was just baited out. Give a lady, yes. Are you going right forward, huh? So. We should no longer control. Carl. I mean, you still get for Fiendsmith, of course, out. But it doesn't have a friend. It's lacking a friend. Cool, thank you. Definitely take care of this point. Wee, money. How much? Okay. And how much is 700? Okay. I guess Duel Pass would help out. Cool. Hopefully we can wake up from this. That would be the dream. Okay. Not the greatest start. I don't know why I'm suddenly in attack mode. Joke's on you! Cool. It's going great. I have confidence in this. Actually, I have zero confidence in this. Actually, I'm gonna ask that. Again, Lancia. Just for Maxion too. There we go. A long chain of events to just get you. Well, I did do that. I did that multiple times though. Why do I feel like you're playing Branded? Who would have guessed? Not me. Oh yeah, you get to know. Nice, wow. Oh, that's gonna go off before. Clever. I mean, never you can expect something by hand anymore, but might as well. A lot of chicanery is happening. I was hoping to draw a lot more than I actually did. Activate. I think that's a quick play spell, if I'm not mistaken. Episode. Give on Albas. Okay. I'm gonna just call you. Oh, we send you. Activate your effect. Activate your effect. We're gonna go for a Flame Banshee. Effect. Add to the hand. Oh, it is not helpful, but oh well. I guess I got a nice discard file. No, not you. You. Can't put your effect. I'm gonna match that. Like, only expert to nail a dragon. Unfortunately. We get dual drive. Like, I do not think I can get Daniel out. Actually, I can do. Well, it might be a bit risky, but I'm willing to give it a try. Fulfills back end. Okay. Set. And my turn. Negate. Go for my normal summon. Annoying. I'm gonna ghost bow. There we go. Hand trap for a win. We got our level up. Where are we at? Okay, so I can buy a new dude pass. Cool. Yep. I mean, not that I really care about any of the pricing, to be honest, for this. I just want it for the sake of wanting it, I guess. And more options for doing mains is never bad. And again, more UR modes is very much needed. Actually, I want to take a look. I mean, 9. But what was? Oh, I got multiple 69s, baby. But yeah, I can disassemble some of these too. I would use that in mouse. Okay. Well, let's try and win one more. I think it's for. No, if I said this for the first time I'm going second tonight, I'd be lying. But what a kid going second hand this is. Well, it would have been if it played something. Activate. Okay. We're wild dogging it. I swear, I was supposed to say, watch it be like a mirror first. And I just walked into it. This is very interesting. Only activate bonfire. Once again, now I ask for it. Again, I ask for it. Cool. Fuck. Well, I was not expecting the super pod. But super pod is definitely new. Draw. You know, I'm just gonna do this. I wish Frozen evenly. That would do nothing. I'm gonna go circle that. Yay, I'm protected! Until I'm not protected. Oh my god, this... You know, let me set this. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, it's always interesting. The guy, I was like, I try, I think I could. Oh my god. Zero zip none for Warriors. Well, my opponents are drawing anything new. Well, that's something. This is not my... Well... I mean, I guess this technically doesn't matter, yo, but... I cannot read. Shit. Seven ghost spell was a mistake, apparently. Did I just get Lava Dome? Okay. This has officially became this background duel. Okay, attack. I'm gonna hatch that. Okay. You got any more plays? Or we just saying here and not in each other's company? Cool. Gotta take 1,000. card. I think I got this. Why are you super falling? What is that face down called? Boom. Okay. Okay, you get your onk. Or you just, yeah, you get your onk. You got ahead. Okay. I'm gonna try. I know this can't get negated, but I'm gonna try. Oh, you input my input! Okay. Not help whatsoever. You know how this duel is going. Cool. No wait, he only has Exodia pieces in hand. Wait, doesn't he lose 1,000 life points? So I just win. Okay, we're getting fancy here. You're getting your own spell trap card. Yep. Victory is mine. Self-inflicted wound, baby. But that's gonna be it for today's stream. So I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. It's been fun. It's been a blast. It's been a real fun blast. Tomorrow will be more Naruto Exporto. And then Mo Great Ace Attorney Saturday. So again, thank you all for coming.